Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for joining me on my hair journey. I did upload a video yesterday on how to start a hair journey, so if you missed that, just check the description bar below. I put a link there for you. In today's video, I'm going to go over 10 tips that help me grow my hair long, or that are helping me to grow my hair long because I'm still on my journey. And hopefully this will help you. Do want to say, take away what you can take away. Obviously, everybody's hair regimen is different. Just like I said yesterday, you have to customize it to yourself, but I think these tips are pretty much universal, so hopefully they help you. Okay, before we get started, let me just acknowledge the fact that it's not technically growing your hair out. There's nothing that you can do to actually speed up the rate of growth or speed up your growth rate, but what you can do is just make sure that once your hair grows, you keep it healthy and you maintain it. That's how you'll actually see your length. Okay, so again, it's length retention versus hair growth, but we'll just call it hair growth just because that's what people say, okay? So let's just get right into it. The first thing that I would recommend is that you educate yourself. I know yesterday I said do research, but I mainly talked about researching different products that you can use and just joining hair forums so that you can talk about different regimens and things like that. But you actually want to make sure that you can educate yourself on the structure of hair. Okay, so basically there are 3 layers to the hair, and you want to make sure that you are taking care of each layer during your regimen. Okay, so another thing is you want to research different ingredients. You want to learn what ingredients are made to penetrate the hair shaft and what ingredients are made to just coat or seal the hair shaft. Okay, and make sure that you're using those ingredients properly and when you need them. Okay, the second thing I would recommend that you do in order to grow your hair long is to literally treat your hair like a baby. You want to be very gentle with your hair. You want to detangle it very, very slowly and gently. I definitely recommend that you finger detangle your hair versus using a comb and just kind of ripping through it. And also, when you're combing out your hair, you want to start from the bottom, work the tangles out from the bottom, and then go to your roots. When I was younger, my grandma used to make me do that, and it would make me so mad because it would take so long to just comb her hair out, and she knew what she was talking about, basically. Of course, I have my little notebook here. Oh, and that's another thing. Yesterday, I should have mentioned that you need to, in addition to take pictures, also kind of keep a journal. Write down what you're using, when you're using it, and how your hair feels when you use it. That way you kind of know what works. Sometimes you'll use a product and you may love it, but then you stop using it for a while, and basically just keep a journal. Okay, it's not something that I've always done, but I just started doing it, and I can definitely see how helpful that has been. So another tip on starting a hair journey, make sure that you keep a journal. Okay, but let's see, treat your hair like a baby. Number 3 is you want to make sure that you're using quality styling tools. Okay, so that doesn't mean go out and get the most expensive flat iron or the most expensive dryer, but you just want to make sure that it is high quality. Okay, for instance, with a flat iron, you want to make sure that you're using either a ceramic flat iron or a titanium, and a lot of companies market their flat irons as ceramic, but they're not 100% ceramic, which is perfectly fine. They'll actually just have a ceramic coating, and like I said, that is fine. However, you want to make sure that that coating is completely intact when you use it. Otherwise, it can damage your hair. Okay, so you can get a flat iron from Walmart for about $25 to $30. It will do your hair just fine. It will straighten it good, but eventually that ceramic coating will start to wear away. So when you see scratches or scrapes on your plates, then you know it's time to get rid of it. Now another option is you could go get a higher end, like Chi is probably the most popular ceramic flat iron. It is 100% ceramic, so it's not going to chip. It's more expensive, but it will last you for years. I personally use titanium plates, but I'm going to go over that I told you guys I'm going to do a 5-part series on building your stash, so I'm going to go over that in the product series, basically, or the product part of that series. Okay, another thing that goes along with that is you want to make sure that you keep your nails trimmed and manicured. You don't have to go get your nails done, obviously. Look at mine, I don't do that, but I'll make sure that I file them on a regular basis, just because it will snag your hair. Okay, you're shampooing your hair, you're combing it, and it will rip your hair out. And also your jewelry, if you wear jewelry, make sure that you take that off, or make sure that you're very, very careful so that it doesn't rip your hair out. Okay. The fourth thing that I would say that you need to do is make sure that you protect your hair at night. Okay, there are many, many different ways that you can do that, or to tie your hair up at night. Last night I've actually pin curled my hair just because I washed it about 5 days ago probably, so it's getting really, really oily. Slow down, girl. Okay, when I washed it, I flat ironed it. I was wearing it really straight, so for the first couple of nights I just wrapped it up. Now if I do that, it's going to be super heavy, it won't move. So last night I pin curled it just to kind of save myself from having to rewash it and also having to flat iron it or do anything like that. But said all that to say, make sure that you protect your hair at night. Get you a silk or satin scarf, silk pillowcase, something that is soft. I don't recommend that you tie your hair up with cotton because it will dry your hair out. But if that's what's worked for you and your hair is still moisturized in the morning, by all means do that. But I don't recommend it. I recommend that you tie your hair up with a satin or silk scarf, okay? Number 5, you want to make sure that you cleanse your hair properly, okay? You can do that with a sulfate shampoo. You can use a sulfate-free shampoo. You can co-wash your hair. It's a lot of stuff that you can do, but the main objective is to make sure that your hair is clean, okay? After you shampoo your hair, if you were to scratch your scalp and you can still see like stuff in your nails, you didn't clean it. So I personally prefer to use sulfate shampoos. I do use sulfate-free shampoos, but again, I'm going to go into more details in the building your products stash, or whatever I'm going to call that. I'll go into details more on my cleansers and what I prefer, when I prefer them. But again, the main objective is to make sure that your hair is always clean, okay? Nothing else. The conditioning treatments don't work the same if your hair is dirty. It doesn't move the same when you style it. So just make sure that you always start with a fresh palette, okay? So cleanse your hair properly. The 6th thing to grow your hair out is you want to make sure that you condition it properly. Now, I said this behind shampooing because if you don't clean your hair, like I said, the conditioner will not penetrate your hair like it's supposed to, so it will be completely ineffective, okay? Now, with conditioning your hair, there is definitely a lot that goes into that. You want to make sure that your hair is conditioned properly before you shampoo it. Now, you don't necessarily have to pre-poo, and pre-poo, guys, is just a conditioning treatment or something that you do before you shampoo, pre-shampoo treatment, okay? Something to protect your hair from the shampoo. Anyway, told you I talk a lot, guys. Trying to keep it on track. But you want to make sure that you protect your hair properly before you cleanse it. You want to make sure that after you cleanse it, you're putting back all the moisture in it. You also want to make sure that you maintain a proper moisture and protein balance. Again, guys, you have to do your education. That was number 1. And learn what is moisture and when does your hair need moisture. What is protein? When do you need protein? But basically, moisture is what keeps your hair soft and shiny, and protein is what keeps your hair strong, okay? If it is too strong, it won't move. If it's overly moisturized, it's going to break off. So you have to maintain that balance in order to keep your hair properly conditioned. And also, after you wash your hair, shampoo, and when I say wash, I mean shampoo and condition. I don't just mean shampoo, okay? But after you shampoo and condition your hair, after you wash your hair, you want to make sure that it will remain conditioned until the next wash day, okay? So you can either use a leave-in conditioner and a serum, or you can just make sure that the conditioner that you use is high enough quality that it will keep your hair moisturized and strengthened, okay? So after you condition your hair properly, you want to make sure that you're protective styling. So number 7 would be make sure that you protective style, okay? There are so many ways that you can do that. You have low manipulation styles, you have long-term protective styles. Low manipulation styles are simply things that don't require, obviously, a lot of manipulation. You can do like a bun. You can wear your hair in a bun for a few days. You can just do braid outs, twist outs. Those are also considered protective styles. But the thing with that is that they leave your ends unprotected. So for me, I prefer to do long-term protective styling. Like my go-to go-to would be box braids or Senegalese twists, just because they will last me about 8 weeks if I take care of them, and I'm completely protecting my hair. I'm not heat styling it, I'm not combing in it every day, so my hair always retains the most length when I do long-term protective styles. But then, like I said, sometimes you just don't want to have box braids. You want to enjoy your hair. I know I personally love to wear my real hair out, so then you want to make sure that you're balancing, protective styles or low manipulation styles like braid outs, buns, and things like that, just to kind of keep your hair properly moisturized and protected, okay? Now, number 8, I would say, is use heat properly, okay? I personally love to wear my hair straight. The main goal for me to grow my hair out is so that it's long and pretty and it swings, and I enjoy my hair to be like that. So yes, I will protective style, but again, the whole point of this journey is so that when I enjoy my hair, or when I'm wearing my hair down, I can enjoy it and it can move. So a lot of people will recommend that you minimize your heat usage. I don't say that you minimize the heat usage, but I again say that you learn to use heat properly. If I know I'm going to flat iron my hair, I'm going to protect my hair from the very first step. I'm going to probably pre-poo my hair before I shampoo it. I'm going to shampoo it with a clarifying shampoo to remove all of the buildup, and then I'll probably go back in with something a little bit more moisturizing, like a sulfate-free shampoo, and then I'll deep condition my hair. When I deep condition it, I'm going to use ingredients that are meant to protect it from the heat. The main thing is silicones, okay? And then once I rinse that conditioner out, I'm going to make sure that I use a hair serum or some kind of heat protectant to protect it from the heat of the flat iron, okay? So yes, you need to watch heat, but I personally believe that you can use heat every single week as long as you do it properly, and your hair can still grow and thrive and be healthy, okay? So number 9 would be to use your chemicals properly. Even if you are a natural lady, you may still use color on your hair, so you're still chemically treated. You just want to make sure that you're doing that. If you color your hair, make sure that you're going the proper amount of time in between those color treatments. Make sure that you're using products that are meant to maintain color treated hair. You want to make sure that you increase your protein a little bit to make sure that your hair stays strong. You may want to, make sure that you're using a leave-in just to kind of maintain the softness of your hair. Just make sure that you're doing it right. And also the process, you want to make sure that either you know what you're doing or you go to somebody who does. It doesn't have to be a stylist, because I am a firm believer that just because you have a license, that does not mean you know what you're doing, and just because you don't have a license, that doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing, okay? So just make sure that you're going to someone who is properly educated on how to use the chemicals, or you make sure that you thoroughly educate yourself if you're going to apply those chemicals. Same thing with the relaxer. If you relax your hair, you want to make sure that you're protecting the previously relaxed hair. Again, you have new growth, and that's what needs to be relaxed. So for me personally, whenever I'm going to relax my hair, I always apply either an oil or a conditioner to the lengths of my hair, just so that when I'm washing out the relaxer, it doesn't over process my ends, okay? And the 10th thing, again, I said it in the how to start a hair regimen or how to start a hair journey video, you want to make sure that you maintain your ends by getting a trim. You have to get your hair trimmed. I'm not a fan of trimming your hair on a schedule. I definitely believe that you should trim your ends when they need to be trimmed. So how do you know when you need to trim, okay? Your ends will be split. That's the first thing that you notice, okay? So literally you have a single hair strand, and you can look at it. If it's intact, it's fine, but if you see a little, like it's broken off into 2 fibers or more, then that is the split end, and you have to cut it. And you need to actually cut it a little bit above the split to make sure that it doesn't split again, okay? There's nothing that you can do. Some products say that they will mend split ends or seal split ends. Don't buy into it. There is no possible way to mend a split end other than to just cut it off. So again, if you have split ends, you want to cut them. But also another time you may think about getting a trim is when your ends are just uneven. Like right now, I sort of need a trim. It's not bad. I checked it before I did this video. I don't have any split ends, but they are a little bit uneven. So I'm going to probably go to Supercuts today or tomorrow and just have them trim it. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna show you exactly how much I want off. Okay, so for example, let me find it. If I was to go in and get a trim, she would be cutting off, probably can't see it, but maybe 1/8 of an inch, just to kind of even it up, so that way when I flat iron my hair or when I curl it, those few little straggly ends won't get caught in the flat iron, and that'll help me retain my length. But don't go to somebody and you know your ends are healthy and allow them to cut off 1 inch of your hair. I don't allow anybody to do that. Again, in the other hair series or in the other video on how to start a hair journey, I stated that you have to take control of your own hair. So it is my responsibility when I go get a trim to make sure that we are on the same page. She will know exactly what I want, and then before she cuts my hair the first time, I'm going to tell her, okay, now show me what you're going to cut off, and I watch. It could be annoying, but you have to, unless you of course have a stylist that you already trust, you already know that they're going to do exactly what you want to be done. I don't have that, so take charge and, you know, you tell them what to do. And obviously, if they are a professional and you do trust their judgment, listen to what they're saying. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I do have to tell you guys this one story. When I started my hair journey, I went to this place here in Dallas at the Galleria Mall. I'm not going to say this girl's name, but I was starting my hair journey and my hair was completely uneven. It wasn't really that I had dead ends or split ends or anything like that, but my hair was completely uneven, and she wanted to just cut it off. Now, my hair was already about right here. To me, it was growing back. I had gone through so many things, just color and mistreating my hair, wasn't conditioned, just I messed my hair up. So the fact that it was even to my neck was a huge thing, and she wanted to cut it off. We're not doing that, and it didn't need to be cut, and she just kept saying, you need to cut it, you need to cut it, it's not stylish, you need to have some kind of shape to your hair. When I explained to her, I'm going to get box braids, I'm going to try to grow it out that way, I just want you to kind of even my ends up. And that girl told me, when you go to the doctor, do you argue with him about your health care? Well, I'm a professional, so make sure that you listen to me, or you need to listen to me. Yeah. Okay, so for one, this is cosmetic. It's not pertaining to my health. So if I was sick, I would definitely listen to a professional. But you have to be comfortable with what you're doing. So anyway, I just said that because she made me mad. I didn't let her cut my hair, and I didn't go back to her. But anyway, y'all, that's 10 tips. So let me recap real quick. Number 1, educate yourself. Number 2, treat your hair like a baby. Number 3, use quality styling tools, and bonus, trim your nails. Number 4, protect your hair at night. Number 5, cleanse properly. Number 6, condition properly. Number 7, protective style. Number 8, use your heat properly. Number 9, use chemicals properly. And number 10, make sure that you always maintain your ends getting a trim. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I think before I start my how to build your product series, I'm going to just kind of go through my regimen detailed. I'm going to tell you exactly how I pre-poo, how I shampoo, how I condition, how I flatten, all of that, just kind of like a brief overview, and then I'll show you how to build your oil supply, how to build up your shampoo supply, or if you want to just have one go-to product for each one, I'll show you kind of how to pick something that's balanced for you. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. I'm going to try to just give you this video straight through, see how that goes. Obviously, if you have any questions, just contact me on Facebook or Instagram, or you can comment below. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can, and look forward to seeing you again or talking to you again in the next video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. You know what to do. Thank you so much. See you soon.